Of course, you have to do that.
Yes.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 36 of Why Would You Show Me This? I am Will.
And I'm Dani.
And thank God it's Danny's last pick.
It is.
Shall we just get into what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I picked Swimfan. I think everyone can probably sense what you think of this one so far.
Yeah.
So the synopsis is a high school senior with a promising swim career has a one-night stand with consequences.
Also, if you just look up Fatal Attraction and read that synopsis,
It's the same thing.
works too.
Basically, it's the same thing.
Somebody at 20th Century Fox had a grand idea. Let's do Fatal Attraction
For teens.
Yes, for teenagers in the early 2000s.
Yes.
And let's water it down a lot as well.
Uh-huh. Get it? Water it down?
Ha ha!
Oh, good one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did not like this movie.
No.
It was very stupid. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those movies where you can see the audience it was made for, and you can see that it was just kind of cash grabby, like, here you go. Here's the movie. Come see this movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's basically like if you were a teenager in the early 2000s, it's that time. And there's AOL. There's a fucking Motorola pager.
Yes, there is.
Product placement for a certain Motorola pager. It had the name of it right on the bottom of it. I can't remember what it was.
There were also Apple computers, were there not?
I mean, yeah, that wasn't really a product placement though.
No?
But
Okay.
yeah, they obviously went to a rich school because I did not have that many Apple computers when I went to high school.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't like it. It was the editing was very annoying.
Oh, tell them about that.
So whenever we need to see that the main character, what the fuck was her name?
Well, I remember the girlfriend's name was Amy. What's her name? Oh, no. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember her name.
Yeah, I don't know. The main crazy... Madison.
There we go.
The Swimfan 85.
Yes.
The main crazy girl, anytime that she needs to be... Oh, she's losing it. It's just like... Whee! It's just like a fucking strings, like... Whoop!
Yeah.
And then it starts editing very choppy and going back and forth, and it's just super lazy and uninspired and very annoying to me.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, I'm telling you how I really feel.
I know. Do you think the performances in this were good?
No.
No?
No.
Not really?
No. Nobody was like, oh, they're great. They're really good.
They're really good in this.
I mean,
we do see one of our guys from one of our favorites, Cabin Fever, in this.
Yes, James DeBello,
Mm-hmm.
who was not playing the same character he always plays.
No, he wasn't playing like
he was playing a different character.
Idiot. He was playing a nerd, I guess you would call him, or an outcast.
Yeah, very odd casting for him.
Okay.
I guess the Swimfan was 2002.
Yeah.
So this was starting to get Detroit Rock City was earlier, as was I know he was in American Pie.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the MILF guy with John Cho. I think he was the other MILF guy.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I like him a lot. It was nice to see him in this movie because there really wasn't anything else I liked. There was one other part of the movie that I enjoyed.
That's true.
But I think you wanted me to be like really fired up for this one.
Well, not fired up, but like this is my guilty pleasures. I know this movie's not a good movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
I still enjoy it because of how stupid it is. You know what I mean? We all have those movies. I also just really like movies from this time, obviously, because I keep picking a lot of like early 2000s movies.
Dani seems to love movies when she was 10 and 11 years old.
Yes. But this one is just hilarious because there's just some reactions in it that are just ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just very easy to make fun of this. Like, I bet, I could see this, like, 30 years down the line, them showing this in theaters and them having callbacks, like, movies.
I don't think it's that good.
I don't think it's that good either. I'm just saying it's one of those movies where I could see that happening.
Yeah, it's definitely like I would say I think that Popeye this was more enjoyable than Popeye.
Oh yeah?
Just for the simple fact of
it keeps you engaged.
It keeps you engaged in the way that you're like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So it just, that's why I was engaged, because it's just continued stupidity. So
I feel like we should kind of explain what happens.
Do we have to?
I mean,
I guess we should.
Yeah. So we have our main character guy. I can't remember his name.
Tom? Jake?
No, Jake's the other guy.
Joe?
No, not Joe. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Insert generic name here. He's a swimmer. He's got a girlfriend who looks like she's 12.
Ben.
His
name is Ben.
His name is Ben. And has everything going for him, and all that. And then a new girl shows up to school named Madison, and she's immediately like sweet on him. They like kind of have a date, I guess you could call it.
I think it was more like he owed her something like that.
Something.
She was like, I'm hungry.
Oh my God.
And he was like, I guess I gotta take her for a fucking hamburger.
So they go get burgers at a diner. And then he's like, well, what do you want to do? Maybe I should take you home. Because he's
like, I got a girlfriend.
He's up front and says, I got a girlfriend. So that's good. But, then obviously she's like, well, I want to see you swim, because that's normal.
Yeah.
So they go to the pool and he swims laps and all that stuff. Of course, they end up, having sex in the pool, which I don't condone. I don't think that's a good idea.
No. And also, don't tell people that you love them if you don't.
Yeah, she gets real weird, of course, in the midst of sex, and says, that she wants him to say, I love you, even if he doesn't mean it, and he does. But anyway, Q, girl becoming crazy obsessed, and, thus ruining his life when, he tells her that they're not, like, together and all that stuff. And that's basically what happens. And you also learn, spoilers for Swimfan, if you care. But we also learned that she's done this before.
She likes athletes, apparently.
Yeah, she's a thing. She gets obsessions with athletes and all that stuff. So, she eventually tries to kill Swimmer's girlfriend by dumping her in the pool.
Oh, we're going all the way there now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
But there's really not a whole lot in between,
his friend gets murdered.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot about him. He's very forgettable.
Yeah, so she starts going after his friend, I guess, to make Ben jealous.
Yes.
And but she won't stop calling his friend Ben.
Yeah, while they're making out, she has a tendency to moan Ben's name.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm not down with that, so she kills him.
Yeah.
But we don't get to see that though. Have you noticed that?
Ben. No. Yeah, I noticed we see the big old...
that kills off screen. We don't even actually get to see what happens. We just see a big gash in his head. And I'm just like, how'd she manage that?
It is a PG-13. They show that bat with like a scrape out of it beforehand.
Okay. All right. I guess that's enough.
I mean, what do you expect out of this movie?
I don't know. So yeah. But yeah. Everything begins and ends in the pool, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, there's like some like lazy like foreshadowing stuff where it happened, and I'm like, oh, of course, yeah.
What? Where she can't swim?
Where he picks the lock in the beginning of the movie, and he has to pick the fucking handcuffs at the end of the movie. She says she can't swim, and then she drowns, and yeah. I'm going to talk about the one part of the movie that I actually enjoyed.
Oh, go for it.
just because literally just one
It
part.
was pretty funny.
So this is Crazy Madison gets the keys to Ben's truck, and she, I guess, copies the keys, and she runs down his ex-girlfriend, I would assume at this point, since she knows that they had sex, on the road. And it looks like Ben did it. So his mom calls him from the hospital, and she's like, "Look, they think you did it. Fucking leave, run, get out of here." I'm like, "God damn, mom's a fucking G." She's like, "Get out, leave. They're gonna find you.
Don't come here."
Yeah, it's so good. It just made me laugh really hard. All the rest of the movie just annoyed me, basically.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of fun to watch it with you, since you like guilty pleasure like it. I think this was trying to ride the wave of Cruel Intentions and the kind of like thriller teen stuff that was going on around the end of the 90s, early 2000s.
I agree.
This just doesn't at all come close to what that movie did.
Just this weird... I mean, I guess you could call it a thriller.
It's a thriller. I would say it's a thriller.
But it's for teens, you know?
Yeah, teen thriller. It's like for like 11-year-old girls to go watch.
I meant, yeah, exactly, you know?
Which is why you like it so much.
I mean, again...
I think you were 12 when this came out.
I don't think I was... I mean, I was, but I don't think I even watched it then and was like, this is a good movie.
You knew, even back then, you're like, this is not good.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's cheesy. Like, that's the best word that I would use.
Yes, it is. But it's like unintentionally.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just always been one of those movies. It's like, it's almost like The Hole for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, The Hole's better, though.
Oh, it is. Much better. But it's in the same vein for me.
Kind of. I mean, the thing with The Hole is, like, everybody in The Hole was like, their performances were good.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
In this one, it was just like, nothing stood out.
No, it's not like you would look at this and go, oh, they deserve an award for that, you know?
No. Mm-mm.
Do you, is there anything else with the movie that you did like? Did you like the butt rock in it?
No.
No. Music wasn't good.
Nope.
Which is sad because it's in a good era of music, I feel like. Like, there was music they could have used that would be good, but they just didn't.
I don't know about that. I mean, at that point in time, 2002, they did use, there was some, like, nu metal-esque stuff in there.
Yeah.
It wasn't any bands that I recognized, though.
No.
So, I have no clue who was on the soundtrack. Yeah, there's just not really anything to point out that was really likable about it, which is weird considering, you know what? I don't know. I think I'm going to take the Popeye thing back. Because, like, Popeye, it was boring, but I think they tried a hell of a lot harder to make something creative and unique with Popeye than they did with Swimfan. And the only reason I'm talking about those two movies in the same breath is because we did the last episode on Popeye. But yeah, no, I take it back. Yeah, I take that back for sure. Now thinking about more about this movie and how much it just annoyed the shit out of me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I mean, it's part of why I picked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just reminds me of, like, I don't know if you saw that movie, just in terms of when it came out, The Glass House.
Yes, it
with
did.
Lily Sobieski.
I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's surprising. I had that on DVD at one point.
Yeah.
But it's just like the same. All these movies around this time.
Yeah.
They all have a very same feel to them. They're all very what's the word?
Predictable?
A little bit predictable. Yeah, like when something's really clean, like in a doctor, like in an operating room. Sterile. There you go. They're all very sterile.
Okay.
They're, it's like these cheap thrillers made by the studios at the time. Only one to stand out, I think, is Joyride.
Joyride is good.
Joyride's a fantastic movie.
I really like that
If you
one.
have not seen Joyride, go see Joyride.
Yes.
Very great thriller made
Don't
around
watch
this time.
Go watch Joyride.
Yeah. No, fuck Swimfan. Go watch Joyride. Joyride's still great. But yeah, all these movies they feel very similar, and I think that's because they were all strictly under, like, the rules of the studios at the time.
Probably.
All going for kind of around the same thing, you know?
Most definitely. So what would you rate it then?
What would I give Popeye? 2?
I think.
Give this a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a complete 0.
I mean, the mistakes in the movie sometimes made me laugh. It is very laughable in certain areas, so I guess that is some sort of enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it at least a star. What about you?
I'll give it 5.
Lord.
I guess my tolerance for trash is higher than yours.
Your like of trash. 5?
I mean, 4. I don't know.
You don't have. I mean, it's just like baffling to me.
It's easily digestible. Does that make any sense?
Okay, I guess so. Sure. It's just like I'm thinking back. Whenever you give something like this a high rating, I think back to the other movies.
That's not a high rating. I feel like
it's middle of the ground. It's middle. It's right there. Bam.
I love how you say I don't care what you rate it, and then you try to argue with me what I'm rating it.
It's just baffling. Like I'm just like fucking 5.
Maybe the rating system doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know.
I guess not. Jesus.
I think it's a sliding scale.
Yeah.
Something.
I think nostalgia plays a big part of this.
That's
for you.
Probably true. Well, that and I watched this with my sister and I laughed. That's just one of those things.
Yeah. It's you guys just. It's a comedy to both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that funny for me.
It is for me. Especially with the way that the girls acting and shit. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, I just am pissed off that his girlfriend stayed with him.
That really didn't make any sense.
That was one of the biggest things. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Granted, he got framed for a few things, but he really did sleep with her.
Yeah. He still chose to have sex with her.
Yes, he did.
And then because of that, you almost died.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's high school, girl. Move on. You'll find somebody else in college.
Seriously. One who, won't sleep around and possibly get you killed.
Even if they do sleep around, it's high school and college. You're not going to stay with those people.
No, it's
true. It's not going to happen.
But what I'm saying is you're hoping that, someone that ends up being your significant other, doesn't get you killed.
Well, yeah.
Because someone's obsessed with him.
Yeah, it's like, look, I was pissed that you had sex with her, but she also tried to kill me. So now goodbye.
Twice!
Yeah, twice!
Yeah, she gets run off the road.
Yeah.
And almost dies.
And gets thrown in the fucking pool.
Thrown into the pool and almost drowns.
Yeah.
It's good times. She's gonna need a lot of therapy.
Yeah. It just made... Oh, the ending of the movie also was very abrupt.
It was.
It's just she's dead. They show Ben, and he's not swimming because he's disqualified. And then they show him in the car with her holding her hand, and credits.
Yep, that's it.
It's like in succession, bop, 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 credits.
Hard stop.
Yeah.
And you were just like, what?
Yeah, I was like, really? That's how just bloop, done.
Yeah. I don't care about this movie anymore.
I'm kind of glad.
Yeah. I'm sure.
But also, I was like, really? That's okay. All right, fine. I don't know what I shouldn't have expected any more out of this movie, truthfully.
No.
Yeah.
That's Swimfan for you.
Swimfan! Yay for Danny's picks being over.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, for now.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, for now. Oh my God, watching out of all the movies that you picked, I think I liked 2 out of 6.
Oh.
It wasn't a lot.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's not the point.
Yeah. Next week I'm picking one of my favorites from one of my favorite directors for Dani, and I think it's going to be great. I'm excited to hear what she thinks about it, and I'm excited to hear you guys say what you think about it once you hear it, because it's a film that has lots of controversy that surrounds it. And it has for over 40 years, close to 50 years now. So, yeah, we'll get into that next Friday. But tonight, if you want to come over and join us, or me, actually, it will be both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't say it like that.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. So, tonight is our Tuesday night game stream, as well as we are going to be reading a scary story, since that happened last Tuesday and everybody seemed to like it. So we're going to do that again. I have picked some Lovecraft. I'm not quite sure what Dani has picked.
I'm going to have to try and find some stories, because I can't get the book that I needed. So
you can do creepypasta.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. We shall see. But please join us. That will be here on the YouTube channel if you are on the YouTube channel and not listening to us, or also on our Twitch channel. Both of those links are in the description. If you're not following us on social media, please follow us on the social media. We do lots of stuff. Our manager, Mr. Grandpa, had an AMA today on our Instagram.
He did.
If you don't know, Mr. Grandpa is a skeleton.
He's our manager.
He manages the podcast, and I think he does a pretty good job at it. He's also had a long career in the entertainment business.
That's true.
He was the skeleton in House on Haunted Hill, the original.
That's true, he was.
He likes to tell us about that all the time.
He never shuts up about
He
it.
doesn't shut up about it. Like, we have to, tape his mouth shut sometimes.
I don't think you should tell people that.
Well, sometimes he's a dick. We gotta tell him to stop. He's good at his job, but sometimes he just won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We love you, Mr. Grandpa.
Mr. Grandpa.
But shut up.
Damn, Will.
All right, guys. We will be watching Tourist Trap for this live stream coming up Saturday. Please join us for that. We had fun doing Surf Ninjas. Even if not a lot of people enjoyed the movie, we still had a good time.
We did.
As a learning experience for me that some movies, nostalgia doesn't make them great.
No. Sometimes nostalgia doesn't hold up.
No, but it was still a lot of fun. So, yeah. Please join us either tonight for the gaming and the scary stories, or join us Saturday for
the live stream.
The live stream. I think I said that we were going to put out a new episode Friday.
Of what?
Of the movie I'm showing you. I meant to say next Tuesday. I think I might have said Friday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's not going to be Friday. I think I am going to have something for everyone Friday, though.
That's true, you are.
So there will be a, not an episode. Well, I guess it's an episode. A special episode. Something a little different for the podcast and the channel. I think it's going to be fun. If you... Excuse me. If you have fond memories of video stores, I think you will enjoy it as well. So we got lots of stuff coming up in the next 7 days. So please keep checking back on the YouTube channel, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you're listening to us on or watching us on, because we'll have some new stuff for you.
Yep.
So thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. And
Yes,
we will see you at some point in the next upcoming week. Have a good night, and we'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.